So one of the things that I've noticed in the industry really over the past year, maybe 2 years, is there seems to be like a consolidation going on in the industry where your brokerages are getting larger. The smaller brokerages are becoming less and less, I guess, right? And you're seeing like a real consolidation in the industry.
As far as like the bigger companies, franchises and things, yeah, there's been a lot of consolidation. I think you'll see a lot more of that where we're headed. To me, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm a RE/MAX agent. I bled RE/MAX for how many years now? I love RE/MAX. RE/MAX comes with one of the most successful, recognizable names in the world. Real actually purchased RE/MAX, which was an odd thing to happen. Everybody kind of went, wait, what just happened here? It was a much smaller company taking over the bigger one. We're each going to maintain our brand identity, but for me, I'll get their technology for us, they get our reputation and all of that stuff. So I don't think it's a bad thing for anybody. You just have to kind of embrace what's changed. It just brings more services to the members, more services to your customers, more services to the agents. I mean, I see no downside.
Welcome to the Studio 321 podcast, powered by Brightway, the Steve Trout Agency. We're sitting down with real estate pros, insurance nerds, mortgage masterminds, and local legends who are making moves on the Space Coast. Hosted by the best insurance crew in the 321. At Studio 321, it's all about community, real connections, and sharing a few laughs along the way. Strap in, let's launch into today's episode. Mike Artelli has been selling real estate on the Space Coast for nearly 2 decades, but his impact goes way beyond the transaction. A RE/MAX elite agent born and raised right here in Rockledge, Mike has racked up some of the most significant honors in the industry. Space Coast Realtor of the Year in 2015 and 2019, RE/MAX Hall of Fame in 2021, and Florida Realtor of the Year in 2020, making him the only Space Coast member to ever win that award out of more than 220,000 members statewide. He's also the first Space Coast Realtor to be accepted to and graduate from NAR's Leadership Academy, a past president of the Space Coast Association of Realtors, and currently serves as the director of the local, state, and national level. On top of all that, he's a board member for Brevard Children in Need, a cause close to his heart. Oh, and before real estate, he was managing Sunglass Huts and headed to college to become a doctor. He took a part-time job in real estate, and the rest is history. Mike Artelli, welcome to the studio.
Thanks. Here we are, right? Yes, I don't like when you say 2 decades, though. That sounds.
I heard that too. I'm like, oh god.
19 years is way easy. I don't know. That's any better. I don't know. It's whatever.
Age is just such a funny
2
thing because,
decades.
we were just talking about I turned 40 and like I don't feel.
So take us back, man. Take us back in time. Young Mike, I guess going to college. You thought you were going to be a doctor.
Yep.
How'd you end up here?
I still ask myself that every day. No, I'm just kidding. I took a part-time job in a real estate office, and I was still going through school, took a part-time job, and I loved doing something different every day. I don't know. I was running errands I worked for Irene Pittner. I don't know if you remember Irene. She's was around for years. She's since passed, but she was like the best person to think ever to work for and get started with.
That's awesome.
I started as the market was going, so that's the fun time to start in real estate back in 07.
I was going to say 07.
06, 07, yeah. But it was cool. I hit the ground running and was doing all their running, learning everything in office, hands-on, and I finished school and stayed with real estate. So
that's awesome.
It was cool. I like doing something different every day. Make my own schedule. Obviously, we like that. You can work whatever 90 hours a week you'd like. So,
what did you end up finishing school for?
I have a general degree first, and then we were going to school for biology. So I'm actually a few classes short of a master's.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Maybe finish one day.
We'll see.
A doctorate in biology and a realtor.
Yes. I think I always say my retirement career, I'd like to go be like an ER nurse or something like that. So
nice.
It'd probably be a lot less stressful than this one.
Yeah. More than just like it being different day to day. What do you think like was the real draw for you for real estate? Like
it's like the biggest purchase of somebody's life. It's buying a house, buying an investment property, buying a second home, whatever. That shouldn't be taken lightly. So it's cool to watch people's dreams come true with that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's a first-time buyer, whether it's somebody buying their 10th investment property, it's still growing their portfolio. It's advancing their wealth, and that's literally what this whole life should be about.
Yeah. And I think for us too, I think our favorite transaction is like working with first-time home buyers because you just get like, I don't know, man, they just appreciate what you're doing for them so much, and they're so dang excited to get into their first home.
No.
And it is pretty cool, man, when you help somebody kind of attain that American dream, right?
Yeah, a lot of that and a lot of military. I mean, watching military families, actually get a home to settle into, even if they move around and are constantly in rentals, but to watch them actually settle into a house is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do you work with a lot of military?
I do.
Really?
I do. Yeah. I started back when I was with the RE Showcase. Way back in the day, we were Cardis referrals, so we did a lot with the military and things. So.
And I would think even if you are military and you move here and then you end up getting stationed somewhere else, like it's just such a good investment while you're here, right?
Yep. We tell people all the time. They'll rent a lot around the country. If they're traveling around the world, whatever, but you'll see them, they'll want to buy here just for that reason. Yeah. They end up keeping it, so.
All right, man. Well, let's talk about SCAR a little bit. 2015 and 2019, Realtor of the Year for SCAR. I mean, obviously, before we even recorded, I told you, I was like, I don't know that I've ever been to an event that you weren't at. Or if there's a SCAR thing going on, Artelli's there.
Yeah, I'm actually going there right after I leave here. We have an event this afternoon.
14 years I've been here. Every time I go.
What drew you to SCAR early on? Because you had been involved for quite a while. So, and what keeps you there?
When I first started selling real estate, they actually discouraged us from volunteering, and the team I worked for. At the time, though, I mean, we were busy enough with sales. We didn't really need to, have a lot of extra time.
Yeah.
Part of when I first went on my own as an agent was just encouraged. I asked to volunteer at the board. Lynn Jones, actually, I don't know if you know Lynn, been around forever. Love Lynn Jones. Yeah. She actually asked me to volunteer for a golf tournament here at the Rockledge Country Club, and I said, showed up, volunteered. We drove a golf cart around. We raised a bunch of money for Special Olympics at the time. And I said, this is kind of cool. Like, volunteering is kind of cool. Giving back to a profession that at that point I was still new in, but had given a lot to me already. So from there, it kind of spiraled into, you want to do this? You want to do this? Oh, look, I think they saw soccer and they just went and ran. But it worked out. I mean, it worked out really well. So I started with RPAC way back when. And then BCIN, when BCIN formed 15 years ago. That was our,
Did SCAR create BCIN?
Did.
Provide children in need for anybody.
So Louise McLean, Louise Lorenz now, she actually started that, came up with the idea after watching a Dateline special one night and talked to me about it, talked to the board about it, got the board to support, and took off from there.
It's huge now.
You're 15 now. So.
Yeah.
I'm no longer chair, thankfully. I did my time the first 13 years as either a chair, vice chair, some capacity of some form, but I still do all the same amount of work. I'm still there. But it's fun.
Yeah.
You don't have the title responsibility.
Exactly.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Got to pass it on.
Best of both worlds.
Got to pass it on.
So with the BCIN, Brevard Children in Need, were you like kind of a founder? Or
so we started, I was there since day one.
Yeah.
We started that whole thing, and we originally, I think we thought, if we get $5 from every realtor, that'd be really cool. Like that'd be a huge deal. And that first year, I think we did $70,000, almost $75,000, which was way past what we thought was ever going to happen. And then you have last year, we're all the way up now. We're doing about $150,000 a year. So
that's awesome.
Doing really well.
I think we've sponsored. Maybe not the first year. I don't know if we knew about it necessarily the first year, but we've sponsored most years.
Pretty close too, yeah.
We try to be involved. I know Diana was on the committee for a while. Great organization, and like from a business standpoint, it's honestly one of the best events.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have always helped. I can always call Diana and ask, hey, I need you to do this. Can you call this? Can we do this? I need a gift card. What do you got?
No, we're happy to support, man. I've said it a ton on this podcast. Like this Space Coast Realtor Association has done leaps and bounds for our business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really helped us connect with the people we want to be connecting with, right?
Well, and I always say with our business partners, I go to them first. I go to you guys first. I mean, if you're there supporting us, why wouldn't we support you? It would make no sense for us not to. You know what I mean? There's a lot of lenders, insurance companies to choose from, but why? I mean, you're giving back to us. Why wouldn't we give back to you?
No, we appreciate that.
So wake us.
What are some of the things, being with SCAR for so long, what do you think are some of like the biggest impacts you've had on the association since you've been there?
When I first got into the board itself, I actually decided to run for the board of directors. Leah actually told me she wanted me to run. I said, "You're insane. That's never going to happen." And then she said, "Well, we need people like you. We need you're younger at the time. We'll go with younger. It's fine. You're younger. We need that type of voice." And I said, "All right. Well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Like we're going all the way. Let's do it." So got in there. was right when the associations had merged. Melbourne and SCAR had finally decided to come together and be one association. But our biggest thing when I got in was then we had 2 homes, and we needed to figure out how to make it one. Merged, even regardless, we were still SCAR and MAR. It was still, we had a north and a south building, and that's the way it was. So going through a year's worth of just trying to find a dang site to put the dang building, that was a mess. And then you find the site, then it was time to design 16,000 square feet of fun. So, and then seeing all that through to fruition, and I was the first president installed in the building. We moved like 4 days before my installation, so it was cool. Seeing all that from start to finish was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
And now seeing it, we're here.
Super rewarding.
Yeah, we're like
it was the best thing that happened to the association too.
Oh, hands down. I mean, we went.
I remember there was so much infighting in the beginning.
We went from being 2 boards. I mean, even when we merged, we were still north-south. North-south was always, just kind of had that feeling.
Yeah.
But I literally, the day we walked through that door of that building, there was no more north-south. We were all just SCAR. Yeah. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, and it gave you a real good place to have the events.
Oh, yeah.
And
but we get people from, we had people from Miami Realtors that now they have a newer building now that's way nicer than ours, but they would come up and visit in Orlando, come visit, and they'd say, we don't even have a home like this. Like, this is insane. This is crazy. Hey, you're hosting your own events. You can seat 300 or 400 people. You got all these offices and things. So it's pretty state of the art. We were pretty ahead of the time at the time.
Yeah. And then being at the state level, you're actually like a pretty influential person in the Realtor Association, I would imagine.
That's scary. I'm just kidding.
But you know what I mean? Like,
no, you are. Don't be humble.
You probably are sitting in a lot of meetings where like real decisions about the future of this industry are happening, right?
Yeah. But that's why I started getting involved anyway.
Yeah.
Especially, it's been a nightmare the last 2 years with all the lawsuits and things with NAR. But at the same time, you think, God, why did I do this? But you think, this is why I did this, was to make sure that they can hear me talking when we're at a table talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
This profession, I don't know about everybody else, but I don't plan on doing anything else for a while. So I needed to be around a while.
Yeah,
so I'm protecting, being the voice for our whole profession, realtors, the public, homeowners, everybody. It's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's necessary.
I would imagine you have realtors that lean on you for compliance stuff and legal, just because you've been around it for so long, you know the ins and outs of everything probably.
I'll slyly message people on Facebook, hey, just so you know, I would take that down. Just between you and I'd rather you not get a nasty letter from somebody else. Here's why. Like, it's I'd rather them get it from me. And you want to go for a cup of coffee and chocolate. I don't know.
It's awesome. Yeah,
it's pretty casual. I'd rather do that than get a nasty gram. Versus,
is that how it works? Like, if a local realtor posts something that might be whatever it is,
it usually ends up being like using the term realtor wrong. It's a copyright thing with NAR. Gotcha. You see it all the time. It's just people don't know. They can't blame them for stuff they don't know. So
that's true.
So can we talk about that? Actually, that brings up a topic that I'm not that familiar with. Yeah. So there is a difference between like a realtor and a real estate professional. Mm-hmm. So just because you're a real estate professional doesn't mean that you're a realtor. You have to actually be a member of the board, correct?
Yes. So the term realtor is owned by the National Association of Realtors. So in order to be a realtor and call yourself a realtor, you've got to be a member.
Okay.
And then to be a member of NAR, you have to be a member of Florida and of Space Coast.
Gotcha.
So, or another local association.
So you're saying if you go get your real estate license, you have to then join SCAR to be a real estate professional.
Correct.
To be a realtor.
Yes. So if you're broke, to be a realtor.
You can be a real estate professional, but to be a realtor, you have to join SCAR.
Correct. You become a real estate agent when you get the license. So a realtor actually belongs to the Realtor Association.
Cool. So, and
the term realtor is just Mike Artelli, Realtor.
Gotcha.
It's not, I'm the number one Coco West. That's where we get into, and nobody knows. If you don't know the rules with that type of stuff, it's you can get in the weeds. So
no, absolutely.
But using that term is actually more of a prestigious term. It means you belong to the largest trade association in the world. So we're number one in the world.
Badge of honor,
And Florida's the number one trade association in the country. So
is it really?
Yeah. Florida Realtors passed California about 6 years ago, so we're one of the largest ones in the country. Yeah.
And so being a realtor gives you access to MLS, right? Yes. That's probably one of the greatest benefits.
It does.
There's a ton of benefits, so I hate to even say it that way, but it gets the listings on MLS.
I count MLS as a necessity. It's not really a benefit. That's part of doing business. To me, I don't know how I would do it without it. Now the rest of the stuff is your benefits. So
Yeah.
I was tech chair for SCAR for the last 2 years, different for this year, but we actually were vetted with, all the new products. I mean, new stuff come out since we left the house this morning. So you're constantly having to keep ahead. But we would vet the products, bring it to the board. Board would approve it, and we'd send it to the members. So it's all of the benefits, whether it be Virtual Tour Cafe, MLS Touch, all the stuff we've onboarded in the last couple of years. Those are your association member benefits. Those are the things you get for being a member. And to do all those on your own, none of us would ever be able to afford it. So
do you guys seek out different tech, or do people come to you?
Both.
Both,
yeah.
That's cool.
So the tech committee's job is just to basically discuss anything that's come before them, or when we travel the country, or we go to these different conventions and go to tech shows and things, we bring that stuff back and vet it. And
cool.
If it's a good fit, great. A lot of stuff we'll vet and we'll be like, that's not really a good fit for you, or I don't think our members would use that. But keeping that member package beneficial, and let them know that they're not just joining the board for the MLS.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of other features and benefits for you.
Yeah, obviously MLS is huge, but we're on the topic, any cool new tech that you can talk about that maybe you're going to implement or vet? Or
So we did just implement Virtual Tour Cafe. We're going to have a rollout session for that and for MLS Touch. Those are both very cool products for our association. MLS Touch is basically a new MLS facing app for phone.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's ever tried to use the Flex app for our MLS. It's awful. Sorry.
Is
sorry, whoever's listening.
Do the public have access to look at MLS?
Yeah. So MLS Touch is actually, if I wanted to send it to you as a client, I can send it to you on your phone. It's branded to me as your agent. It's got all kinds of. It's basically a Realtor.com or Zillow or something like that, but in branded to us, branded to the realtor. So and it's free to members, so it's kind of cool. They can save properties, they can stage furniture, photos. I mean, they can put everything in there. It's awesome. It's like start to finish.
It's really cool.
Again, it's one of those things. If we don't tell the members what it is, show them what it is, they're not going to use it as much as we want them to. So that's the rollout has to happen after and make sure everybody understands. So that's where we're at right now with those.
Yeah, cool.
And honestly, with tech, if you're not continuing it, if you're not evolving constantly, you're behind, right?
Especially
it's moving so fast.
I feel like the last 2 years, like it's moved faster than the last 15 in once. I'm like,
it's just going to get worse too.
With AI and
I've
stuff,
always
it's
been the
just
worst
moving so
millennial
quick.
with tech too. So I say that I'm not the worst. Lindsay's the worst millennial, but I'm not the worst millennial with tech, but I am. Yeah.
I consider myself kind of a techie, but it's moving so fast that it's blown by me. I can't keep up. I did all this podcast stuff myself, and I researched all this, and I can do this kind of stuff, but it's just moving at a rate where, every time I turn on my phone, it's trying to sell me some new AI or some new feature or something, and I'm just like, dude, I'm good.
It's once you learn about one thing, we mastered it, and then something else new and better comes out, but you have to learn it. I think
that's where I'm at. I'm not actually bad at it. I'm just behind. I feel like you're always behind.
Correct. You are. I mean,
yeah.
Who's got the time to learn all that stuff, each one,
Well, the older I get, the harder it is.
Oh, you do.
We have to.
Unfortunately. Yeah, that's true.
You get kind of stuck. I'm 45 now, man. You get stuck doing the things the way you do it, and then all of a sudden all this new tech's out, and you're like, man, I got to freaking brush off the dust a little bit and get, because, but it's so hard to keep up with.
Yep. It's definitely changes every day. So I try to keep up. It's good. I have a 16-year-old too, so he keeps me up with a lot of it too.
Yeah. So with tech, obviously that's a huge thing on the horizon for real estate. And it's something that you guys are constantly probably battling in some ways. Is there a fear? What's the fear in the real estate industry of what tech's going to do, right? Is there a fear that with AI and there's going to be more consumers having ability to do things, right? And I'm sure there's a fear of agents getting cut out of stuff and all that. What does that look like? I'm sure those conversations are happening. And, I personally feel, just before we talk about it, I personally feel like the realtor will always be important in the transaction because people are going to need somebody to open the door, right? And need somebody to help just navigate all the different nuances. They're going to need a professional in their corner. Yeah. I think it'll be hard to get the computer to that point.
It's about,
you know what I mean?
It's about showing your worth, making sure people understand why you should be part of the transaction instead of just, you're going to have a lot of agents that come and go. You have a lot of agents that will take a transaction, they'll get a lead, sell it, we're on to the next. That's not how this business works. You know that on your side. We know that on our side. You've got to build the repertoire. You got to build the longevity. Otherwise, your funnel runs dry. Those type of agents, those should probably be concerned. I mean, you're gonna have issues. Things are changing. There's more access for people to do it without an agent. I mean, I hate to say it, but they can. It's possible. Why would you? I don't know. The agent protects you from a lot of things. You get a lot of benefits, and then you got that person in your corner for life, well after the transaction too. So it's a whole package. You've got to make sure you show actually why you belong in the transaction.
you have to give true value now.
Absolutely. You got to make sure, and that's your association. That's literally what every tool is designed for, is to make sure that agent has, from A to B, has every tool necessary to be able to take care of their clients, not during the transaction, but after, before, the whole thing. So
Because I don't know, man, like tech, it's moving so fast and it's so hard to predict what 5 years, 10 years from now looks, for the real estate industry. But I think like if you guys continue to embrace the tech and use it as a tool to add value, right? I think that's the key, like you're saying.
It makes our jobs easier.
I
mean, it gives us time to do other things that aren't as easy. But I mean, got all this tech that helps write ads and helps, makes me appear in a video that I never even shot. You know what I mean? It's as long as you know how to use those and harness those, you can do other things.
But even if you just go online and you look at listings, you can kind of look at different realtors' listings and see who's really putting value into their client. You know what I mean? Whether it's professional photos, staging, the way they advertise the property. I mean, there's a lot that goes into what you guys do that people don't really think about, and in a lot of ways, there's a lot of transactions where you guys work for free, right?
I work for free all the time.
But you know what I mean? Like that's just how that's how the business is. And so
it's relationship building, though.
Correct.
That's the thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, if somebody calls me and doesn't actually end up buying a house, and I've helped them, I've helped people write a lease or review a lease for their client, and they're like, they've never used me before in their life, but that one person may tell somebody down the road, "Hey, remember Mike helped me," and he didn't have to help me, and that type of stuff. So
they remember that.
It's all relationship build.
We're 1,000% on in insurance. We're 1,000% relationship business. We're really selling the relationship. Because at the end of the day, you don't get a cool car when you buy from it. You don't get, some shiny object that you get to put on your mantle. You get a piece of paper with an insurance policy on it that you don't really want. And you know what I mean? And so really for us, it's like we're building a customer experience. You know what I mean?
That's what you got to do.
And making sure our customer experience is solid. You know what I mean? And that's really all we kind of think about is what's our customer experience when they call here? What's the experience when we're going back and forth in email and presenting the quote? All these things that set us apart, I think, because we're in a relationship business. We're not really in the insurance business.
Agents don't think about the whole process. They don't think about being in the other side of the transaction. What is this person thinking right now? So you got to remember, first-time buyer is completely different than somebody who's bought 10 homes, who's on their 100th home, who's single, married, divorced, widowed. You got to digest each one differently and make sure that you think, hey, what is this person actually thinking right now? I need to be ahead of what they're thinking. Make sure that they understand what's coming. They understand, this is correct in the transaction. This is not correct. Let's, take care of them and hold their hand all the way through. That's why we'll be involved in the transaction forever. So if not, then you're not going to be that successful at it and around for a long time either. My kids are expensive. I got to do this for a long time. I mean,
tell me about it.
So one of the things that I've noticed in the industry really over the past year, maybe 2 years, is there seems to be like a consolidation going on in the industry where your brokerages are getting larger. Like the smaller brokerages are becoming less and less, I guess, right? And you're seeing like a real consolidation in the industry, and I know you guys are going through that right now. So you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of really successful small brokerages. So we don't knock those at all.
No.
Those are great. You got the mom and pops. You have a lot of people that will only deal with those. But as far as like the bigger companies, franchises, and things, there's been a lot of consolidation. We've had Compass with Century 21 and Caldwell, and then recently with Real and REMAX. And then I think actually more recent was EXP acquiring Next Home. That was just like 3 or 4 days ago. So it's consolidation. It's just a lot of, I think you'll see a lot more of that where we're headed.
Yeah.
To me, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm a REMAX agent. I bled REMAX for how many years now? I love REMAX. REMAX comes with one of the most successful, recognizable names in the world.
Yeah.
Real actually purchased REMAX, which was an odd thing to happen. Everybody kind of went, wait, what just happened here?
Yeah.
It was a much smaller company taking over the bigger one. We're each going to maintain our brand identity, but for me, I'll get their technology for us, they get our reputation and all of that stuff. So I don't think it's a bad thing for anybody. You just have to kind of embrace what's changed and the negotiability. Negotiability, is that a word? I don't know. The power to negotiate. There you go. That becomes a lot greater when you have a much bigger company. I mean, we have associations that are merging together. Look how that worked out for us. Miami and Fort Lauderdale just merged together and make the largest real estate association in the country now. But it just brings more services to the members, more services to your customers, more services to the agents. I mean, I see no downside. I don't see anybody's names changing, anything like that. It's just you maintain your identity you've always had.
Yeah,
and
I would imagine the bigger brokerages, as they're looking into the future, they're seeing like we need to consolidate, we need to be bigger so we can offer better splits and better stuff to our agents and things like that as we grow. I just think from a financial standpoint, obviously, it makes more sense for the bigger guys to make sure they're getting bigger. Yeah,
I mean, and then with the world of lawsuits we've been in with NAR and things, and with all of the larger franchises, they all got sued. It was at the same time as everybody else, and a lot of them had to pay out and things. It makes more sense to consolidate at a certain point. So I think we'll see a lot more of that coming, and you can read a lot of the NAR reports on that. They see it too. So yeah.
And do the smaller businesses do that to protect themselves better, I guess? Consolidate with larger so they have more access to protection, I guess?
Some do, some don't. At the end of the day, it's you selling yourself as an agent. I'm not – I should never just be Mike with REMAX. I love my company. I love where I've been. But I'm Mike.
You're Mike. You're your business.
It's my job to sell myself as an agent.
Absolutely.
The company's just there for support and services. Same thing with the association. I mean, it's I'm Mike. I'm not. I'm not Scar. I'm not Mike. I'm not REMAX. I'm Mike. You want to? Let me sell your house.
I would think for most. I would think for most agents, you're right. It's almost like you have your own business within the business, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
We wake up every day unemployed.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's essentially what that. I don't get a check unless I'm hardworking and busting my butt,
Yeah, you wake up every day having to sell yourself.
Wake up every day unemployed. I hate to say that. That's how somebody told me that years ago, and I've always thought that. Oh man, I got to go get a job.
I mean, I've always treated my business that way here in the office. Yeah. Brightway's our franchise owner, Steve's the owner of the franchise, whatever. But it's me.
You.
It's me.
Yeah.
They're cool with me.
Because I'm, no offense to wherever I'm at, but if I were to leave tomorrow, it's still Mike. I'm still Mike. I'm still providing the same level of service. The back end may change. The services that come with me and things. That's where you have the support from. So.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it on our side too, Jack. Because I mean, really, like I'm just really a brokerage, and Jason's hanging his license here and selling insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same type of model.
But he trusts you in what you're providing. You trust Brightway with what they provide. This is where all the relationships come into play.
He provided the support for my business to flourish. Yeah.
And a lot of our small brokers, they're successful because they are their own mindset. They don't they don't need the support system that comes from having somebody just hand you a CRM, all this stuff. They like doing that on their own, and that's what makes them successful.
No,
I mean, some of the most successful stuff in our county is independent brokerages.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You'll see a lot more of that, though.
Yeah.
The consolidation stuff. I mean, just in the last 3 weeks, we've had half the franchise brands consolidate.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Was that like on the horizon where everybody was expecting it? Like it was talks a long time ago and it finally came
I feel like you guys woke up to that news, right?
I was going to say, it feels like it was out of nowhere.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So even at you're pretty involved, even at high in the association.
To be fair, I don't really pay attention to that stuff. That doesn't really. I think it was a shock when we found it out. I think it was more a shock that this smaller, newer company bought a very much larger, well-established worldwide company. So that was more of the shock. I think that kind of took everybody surprised. But I mean, for me, I was like,
it's not going to change your business.
I was like, we're still selling houses today, guys. Like this, let's move on. Mm-hmm. You guys tell me if I need to change my sign. Like that.
How many realtors are there in the county?
We are just under 6,000.
So what sets Mike Artelli apart from the other 6,000?
I don't know. I keep up with everything.
Yeah.
Market trends, what's going on in the industry. I mean, obviously I have to for being on certain boards, but I've done that even prior to. What's coming to Titusville? What's coming to Cocoa? Are there new businesses coming? Are we considering stuff? What's going on that piece of land over there? That type of thing. I was born and raised here, so I have connections that run pretty deep.
Yeah.
My dad used to be superintendent for City Cocoa Water Department.
Wow.
My grandfather was a lieutenant for Cocoa Fire Department. We run deep here. I mean,
Born and raised,
connections. Yeah, connection. I went to Orlando, went to school, came right back. I hated it there.
Yeah.
I don't ever go to the beach, but I like being close to the beach. I like to know that the beach is right there.
Yeah.
Don't step foot on the beach.
Yeah,
but I
I'm
like
the
to know
same
it's there.
way.
I mean,
Dude, I
something
grew up
about it.
surfing, so
My favorite towns, and like when we vacation, I love vacationing in beach towns.
Yeah.
Like that's where we go.
Yeah.
But I don't like the beach. Like I just love the atmosphere of beach communies.
Yep.
yeah, oh
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I
it's
don't.
got
I don't
its own-
swim where the sharks live, and they don't swim where I live. We keep it that way. No, but that's true local. Like my knowledge of our area is crazy. I hate to say that. Like, I mean, you ask me for any recommendation for anybody, a contact, you want to meet somebody, I got you. Like that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite restaurant?
Ooh.
Okay, so I guess I have to say Coconuts on the Beach because that's where my other half manages.
Okay.
I do like Coconuts. We actually went there yesterday, but no, I think my favorite so many good ones.
Yeah, it's dope.
I like Vine and Olive in Titusville.
Okay.
If you want something off the beaten path, I mean, it's Titusville. You know, we all love Titusville, but it's very. You walk in and you're like, am I still in Titusville? Like you feel like you're some other place, but they've got 24 wines on tap too, which helps. It's a cool place. Food's
Have
good.
you eaten at Native in Titusville?
I have actually. So the same owners as Vine and
Yeah,
Olive.
I know. It's
We
I
actually,
love
I
that
almost was
place.
going to say Native because I like their food better than Vine.
Native. Okay, I'll have to check it out.
It's in-
Oh man, it's great.
in Titus
it's
Landing.
just super fairly priced. Drinks are great.
Yeah.
Food's really good.
They have a mozzarella cheese stick thing that's like chicken fried battered. It's like this big.
Yeah.
I swear to you, you'll never eat anything again.
You
It's so
won't.
good.
Oh, it's so good. Their food's you would really like it.
Yeah, I'll have to
place.
check it out. Me and Diana are always looking for something different.
Orange,
Yeah.
They got the Dave's Orange Julius recipe from the original Dave's that was in Miracle City Mall, and they make them at the bar now they'll put vodka in them. If you
Yeah,
want,
you can
whatever,
do
but
boozy one, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Oh, they're so
awesome.
good. That's a free
I forgot
plug
about
for Native.
I
You're
forgot
welcome.
all about Native.
Man, me and Diana just ate at Cafe Margot for our anniversary the other night, and that's kind of been off my radar for a while.
Yeah.
That place is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
I forget it's in there.
Yeah.
Like, that's a.
Yeah.
I forget it's in
It's
there.
tucked away.
But man, I tell you what, dude, the food was top notch. I mean,
it's
it
really
was
good.
really, really good. Like we left there like, why don't we come here more? Like this place is amazing.
I always forget it's even back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Milpa's good too. Have you been in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just for like a quick happy hour and you can get
Yeah.
1, 2, however many tacos you want, you know.
So many good spots.
That's why I'm like, how do you pick? I
Yeah.
don't know.
And they're, I feel like Brevard is split into two. You got your Melbourne area, then you got up here.
Yeah.
Like Pineda Causeway, anything but a little south.
Yeah.
I never go down there.
I never know. Yeah, I don't know much about
And that's funny
Melbourne.
you say that because that's
food
how we used
scene.
to split the board. It was why do you think we built where we did?
Yeah. I mean, it just
Used to
is
be.
that way because
So
Brevard
the-
is so big.
So the dividing line for Scar and Mar used to be Pineda. That was the division line. So we
I didn't
were
even
like,
know. I was
we
just
were like,
saying.
where can we build a building? How about right on Pineda?
So I want to know if you do the same thing as me. So when you're with your husband, or do you, when you're driving around, are you like, oh, I sold that house. Oh, I sold that house. I sold that house.
I do
Like
that a lot, yes.
I do that with Diana all the time where we're driving around and I'm like,
I think he just tones it out at this
I'm
point.
like, we insure that.
Yeah.
We insure
I
that.
think
I was
it
just
is-
say insurance or like if
That
a
customer's really
a
nice.
roof is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that roof's no good. They can't get insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Or how are they have
He
insurance?
tones it
That's
out.
a hip roof.
He
That's a
tones it
gable
out
roof.
after a certain while. It's like being in the grocery store. We can't ever go in the grocery store without running into somebody I've sold a house to or
Oh, yeah.
helped with a house, like somebody
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah.
Like, and I grew up here, so it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
I had moved away from Port St. John. I grew up in Port St. John.
Mm-hmm.
I had moved away for a long time, lived in Mims, lived in Merritt Island. I just moved back to Port St. John, and now I'm like back to my own grocery store. Now I'm seeing like the same people I went to high school with. and
Oh,
I'm like,
Publix,
like,
yeah.
this is just, I don't know. Just
yeah.
kidding.
Do
But you get a lot more. Yeah, but he's the same way. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, I sold that house. Oh, that
Yeah.
person over there, yeah, I sold him that.
Yeah.
And I can name off addresses. Like I can rattle off every house I've sold.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah. That's
it gets
interesting.
bad. But
Yeah. No, and then sometimes Diana would be like, yeah, you told me that 10 times.
yeah.
My wife says the same thing. She's like, shut up.
He won't say that. He just won't listen.
Just ignore you.
It's like, yeah, sure.
Before we end, definitely want to talk a little bit more about our children in need, because I think it's a super powerful thing that you were one of the kind
Absolutely.
of original people around. I kind of want to just do a deep dive into what it's actually doing for children in Brevard. And so when we raise all this money, kind of what happens and what kind of impact is it making?
So when we started, BCIN was with the Schools Foundation back 15 years ago. We used their 501c3 basically to raise the money under. We didn't have one. They're expensive to start. We had no idea what we were doing. So we kind of raised for money, I think it's first 7 years, 6, 7 years, something like that. Out of that, though, unfortunately, you have admin costs. So, when we'd give them $1, that 88 cents, whatever it was, went to where it should be. Still great. We raised a lot of money. We helped a lot of people. SCAR actually finally said, we went to the board and said, hey, we want our own foundation. We want to control where the money goes, one, because we can earmark it when we give it somewhere else, but you lose it once it loses your hands. Yeah. And to see where it actually, manifests itself, make sure it goes to where it's supposed to be. SCAR actually put up the money to form the foundation, had to actually come out of their budget, so it wasn't any cost out of any money raised, anything like that. It's a very expensive to form a 501c3 in Florida. So that started, and ever since SCAR has actually on the realtor side covered every penny of cost for the foundation itself. So every penny of every dollar since its inception has gone where it needs to go and stays right here in Brevard, doesn't leave, doesn't go anywhere. There's a board of directors that's separate for the foundation. It's 5 members on the board. They approve grant requests for other 501c3s, and they have to be housing, homelessness, children-based related. Yeah. And they're pretty well vetted and go through all that. So
I remember a check being delivered maybe to the sheriff.
Yes.
And what was that? And kind of, are they still doing that program?
Yeah, so we do every year since we started the gala. We've done money for Shop with the Cop, where they take kids at Christmas. They'll take them around and let them buy Christmas gifts for their family or whatnot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's really cool. But we've always given them a check at the gala, and it was part of when we started, it was part of one of the bigger ones we gave. Now it's one of the smaller ones we support, but it started with getting them involved with coming to the gala, getting the sheriff there, making sure that either a sheriff or a representative was there to get a check. Yeah. And see, hey, this is a way that we're helping back, or giving back. It's hard to get people in that room to listen. This is, you've been there. It's a big party. It's fun. Yeah. We don't want to hinder the party, but we want to make sure that people see this is why we're here.
Yeah, I was going to say
there's just something tangible for you to see. This is what we're helping, and I think you'll see a lot with this year's gala. They're going back to why we're doing this, and we're actually going to have a lot more of that type of stuff.
That's a really good idea.
There's a lot of it too, like providing or trying to help maybe homeless families or get into housing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. So our scope of the foundation was written based on children and families in need. That's basically what BCIN was written for. So if it doesn't fall under that purvey, we can't really. It's not something we can help. There's a million organizations we help here. It's tough to kind of pick and choose, but that's what that board of directors does. You don't want to ever risk the status of the foundation either by supporting something that falls outside the scope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or mislead any donors or anybody that ever gives. We want to make sure that they know that money's staying exactly where it says it's going.
Absolutely.
It's every penny of every dollar now.
Not to put you on the spot, do you know how many families you've helped in the last 15 years?
Yeah.
Rough estimate, really rough.
Well, so you've got, because all these other organizations that we support with this money, then they go on and help families.
So thousands
it's
and
tough.
thousands.
Yeah, it would be tough to even. Yeah, you're talking thousands upon
That's
thousands.
awesome.
We give. I served as chairman of the board for Family Promise for the last 2 years up until last year. Yeah. So, and that was just one of the organizations I was introduced to through BCIN. And when I came off the board there, I decided I was going to go serve on this board over here. And just them alone. When they give them a grant of even 5,000, 10,000, they get that as matched funds, and they'll turn it into 60,000, 70,000.
Oh my gosh.
And that can help. You're talking thousands.
That's so cool to hear.
It's cool.
Very
Stuff
cool.
like that we like to support. We meet next week. Actually, we meet tomorrow. The foundation meets. We'll review grant requests. I think we've got 6 or 7 this quarter, and then we either approve them, deny them, ask for more info. We can give take the amount up, down, whatever we decide fit. So
awesome.
It's really cool. Really cool to do.
Awesome.
A lot of control, like on our end, to where we can actually see where it's going. But it helps too when we're doing reports and things back to people who like to donate. I mean, they need to know where it's going. You know,
Yeah.
we're responsible for you. You give us $100, we need to tell you where it's going.
Yeah.
Make sure that it goes where we told you it was going to go.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah. Puts a softer look on the Realtor Association too. And we don't do it for praise or recognition, anything like that, but we want to make sure that everybody knows realtors aren't just here to collect a check at the end of the day.
No.
You guys aren't either. We're here to support the community, make sure that
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we're
for
giving
sure.
back as much as we can.
Oh yeah.
No, I love it.
That's great, man.
Yeah, and it's just a great way to be involved in the community too, right?
Yeah.
And for us, like, it's just a great way for us to, like you said, give back and to get involved and
Build the connections.
build connections. Absolutely.
Yep.
There's a business side to it for us, but also, I mean, we just feel really good about doing it.
Yeah.
You know, for sure.
It's all about who you meet through the process. I mean,
Correct.
I know a lot of people here, but I meet new people every day doing volunteer work, doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like as you're kind of giving back to the community and you're doing these things, again, you're creating relationships.
Yeah,
constantly.
we were in. Oh God, this was years ago, but we were in Coles and Vieira, and I remember my other half. I'm walking past, you know, Howie G. He's local. It's Backstreet Boy. He lives local, but not everybody knows he lives local. You know, we're walking past, I don't make a big deal. I just kind of wave because we know each other. He says, "Mike, what's going on, man? How are you?" Da, da, da. My other half, as we walked away, he goes, "You on a first name basis with the Backstreet Boy?" I'm like, oh yeah, Howie. I'm like, oh Howie. Like, I don't think about it that way, but that's the stuff. These are the people you meet. These are the people I've met through BCIN. This is connections in the community. But I'm just like, hey, he's like, Mike. You know, I don't think about it.
Yeah,
he's like, that was a Backstreet Boy.
Yeah,
he knew your name.
That's really cool.
And I'm like, I don't know if you'd ask me my last name, you probably don't know it, but that's okay. But
Mike.
it's cool.
It's
all
really
about,
neat.
it's all about who you know, who you meet, who you know, who you make connections with.
So as you built these relationships, have you found, so you've been real estate 19 years, right? So over 19 years, do you find that real estate is getting easier for you because you're building a snowball of relationships? You know what I mean? Or is it just constant grind, it's changing all the time and you're constantly having to evolve and adapt, right? I mean,
both.
New set of issues every year, right?
Yeah, every year, every day.
Every day.
No, I think the business itself gets easier because you have more people saying, use Mike, use Mike. That's that part.
As you establish your
that
brand,
part.
yeah.
But keeping up with why are we using Mike, that's the hard part. So we go back to the AI and tech and all that other stuff that you got to keep up with, and maintaining the same level of customer service.
Yeah.
I'm not old, but I'm getting older, and you get more tired. You don't want to do all this stuff every day, but you got to maintain that same level that people have gotten accustomed to. So you start slacking off, they're going to start sending them somebody else.
That's a good point. Very good point.
So that's the way it goes.
Very good point.
But yeah, no, I'm only referral based. I've never bought a lead. Not there's anything wrong with that. I think there's a lot of business that are built off that, but I've never needed to because of my connections here in Brevard. That's just the way the way that it's gone. So I got to keep those connections happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's how you stay successful.
Yes.
It's all reputation. You got to keep it going. So before we end, man, how do people get a hold of Mike?
Any which way possible. Type in Mike Artelli. I'll pull my number, my email, my house address. Everything's on there. No, I mean, anybody can get a hold of me anytime.
Okay.
I have agents that have never met me that'll see me at meetings. I have agents that think they've met me because I was in front of them as their president, and they think that they know me.
On a first-name basis.
I don't know everybody's name. I would love nothing more than to know all 6,000 realtors' names in Brevard.
Not possible.
It's just not possible. But I'm pretty approachable. So I mean, anybody can call me, ask me questions. I just had one lady last night message me on Facebook, asked me a question about NAR, just because she saw I was a director. So I mean, I have no problem anytime.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if I'm busy. I'll tell you when I'll call you back.
Yeah.
But other than that, call me. Let me know.
Well, Mike, man, we really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you guys.
We appreciate everything you're doing for the association. Again, the association is a big part of our business. So, the fact that you're representing the association at such a high level, it means a lot to us because it does have an impact on us at the end of the day. So, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Really good at what you do, man, and you're one of the good guys. So
We appreciate you guys' support for
Thanks,
everything,
Mike.
too.
Good to
Thanks,
see you,
guys.
buddy.
Awesome. Thanks. That's a wrap for this episode of the Studio 321 podcast, powered by Brightway, the Steve Trout Agency. We can't thank you enough for being part of our journey. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with a friend. Until next time, 3, 2, 1, we're out.